Hi everyone, welcome back to another weekly grocery haul video where we're going to share our dinners with you. My name is Jackie and we are enjoying life's journey. In February, I started sharing with you how we're feeding our family of 4 on $100 a week, and I put out a poll at the end of the month asking if you wanted me to continue the series into March, and you all said yes. So I actually have for this is our first haul, our first week, if you will, for our March budget. So we had $110 allocated for the grocery store between basically $100 for like our food and our tortoises food, and then $10 if we wanted to try to stock up on extra supplies, extra food, or if we needed any household or personal care items. So let's, before we show you what we have, we're going to look at the receipt and see how much did we spend. We shop at our local Walmart. Alright, so we spent $98.68 this time at the store. If you notice, if you've been following along, there is no NOS, the energy drinks for my husband. Walmart is completely out of them. So that means he's just going to have to go to Fry's. That's usually where we can find them. So he'll end up getting that himself. He has his own $20 budget, so that is not part of our food budget. For this particular week, if you notice on the receipt, I mark on the side whether it was personal care, a household item, or something for the tortoises. So we ended up spending $3 on household. So I bought some Ziploc bags, $4 on personal care. I had to buy some more hand soap for the bathroom, and then $3 for our tortoises bag of lettuce. So on this particular receipt, our food was $88.68, and I put on here water would be $5. We do have 5-gallon jugs that we fill up, and we have 4 that need to be filled up this from the last few weeks. So Ricky will do that when he goes to get his NOS most likely, and that's probably around $5. So for this week, between the food at Walmart and the water fill-up, we'll be spending about $93.68. So that's another week, 2 weeks in a row that we were actually under our $100. So I could have used the extra, the extra $6 or so to stock up. However, I'm going to hold on to it because we do want to get a big bag of rice. Yeah, so like I mentioned, we had a little bit left over from our $100. For the household tortoise food, that was basically that $10 extra. So I still have a little bit left over. We're gonna have that roll over to next week because Ricky is out of rice. So this week I did get him like a 5-pound bag of rice, but normally we buy like the big 25-pound bag of rice at our local like Asian market. So Ricky just didn't want to go there this week. So next week when he goes there, we'll have the extra $10 from, so I'll probably end up budgeting, a little extra next week to cover that rice, and then the following week, maybe we don't have extra money. So we'll have to see how the budget plays out. And also, like I mentioned in all my videos, we're a family of 4, like I mentioned. We have 2 daughters. Their school still provides free breakfast and free lunch until June. So once June comes, we'll reassess what we need to add to the grocery budget as far as making their lunches for school. We already have the basic stuff for breakfast on hand. Another big thing that helps us kind of save on our grocery budget is that we don't really buy we don't buy like sodas and juices and things like that. We pretty much just buy water. My husband has his energy drink, which is separate on his own budget. If we end up going camping, that's usually we'll end up maybe buying extra drinks and extra snacks. But otherwise, that kind of helps. That helps keep your budget low, and it just helps you in general not to have all that added sugar. All right, so these are, like I mentioned, the non-food items. So we have a bag of mixed greens for the tortoises, our sandwich bags, and some hand soap. Okay. Starting over here, we still have for breakfast stuff. We still have cereal on hand, and we still have eggs on hand. And we actually still have bacon, the bacon and sausage we didn't end up eating last week. But anyway, so we have another loaf of bread and our Nutella. This is something that my daughters just absolutely love right now. I've never had Nutella up until like a month ago, and now we go through one of these a week. I bought these graham cracker crumbs. We're actually gonna make little graham cracker bowls, if you will. We have a little bit of Greek yogurt left, so my daughters will be able to finish out the Greek yogurt this week. We'll have to buy more next week. And then we did actually have to get more milk this time. Usually these last me 2 weeks. However, I was drinking more milk this week. I had a few bowls of cereal and I was doing some of my own drinks with the coconut milk. So basically a half gallon of whole milk and the coconut milk. My husband mostly uses that for his protein powder. I'm not sure how much protein powder he still has left. We might have to get that soon. Then we did get some more sandwich stuff. So we got some more pepperoni and ham, just 2 packets of ham. And then we got this Asiago cheese. This is actually going to be for one of our dinner recipes. For our meats, we got a pound of ground beef, a pound of stew meat. I did notice, I felt like the prices of the meat were a little higher this time, but basically $7.84 for 1.2 pounds of stew meat. And then we got 4.2 pounds of chicken breasts for $8.52, basically $1.99 a pound. So I bought the sandwich bag so that I can divide these up, and this chicken most likely will have some of this chicken left after this week. I bought another 5-pound bag of potatoes. This will last me the whole month. Another vegetable broth. I still have one in the pantry, but I kind of wanted to make sure I'm kind of stocking up a little bit slowly. I got another thing of diced tomatoes with chilies, another can of cream of mushroom, my sour cream. I'm like addicted to sour cream. I got 2 taco seasoning packets, some shallots. We needed olive oil. I got a bag of the mixed vegetables this time. Normally I get a bag of carrots only, but I wanted to do this mixed, so this has carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower, and we'll probably bake that up in the oven. 2 bags of frozen peas and carrots, and then a bag of tater tots for one of the dinners I'm doing. I got a random instant potato. Last week when I made the stuffing bake meal, when my youngest was eating it, for whatever reason, she had in her head that there was going to be mashed potatoes in there, so she was so upset that there was not mashed potatoes. So I obviously can make homemade mashed potatoes, but I got her this real quick, so if she wants to after school mashed potatoes, she can have it, because she seemed like she really wanted mashed potatoes, that's okay. And then I got 1 bell pepper. This is for one of our dinners. I like the yellow ones, so I got the yellow. I got the shells and white cheddar cheese instead of like regular macaroni and cheese. And then one of our dishes, I wanted linguine noodles, but they were totally out. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna try it. It's the Asiago sauce that we make. I'm gonna try it with this. This box will be like, we could get 2 dinners out of 1 box. Like I mentioned, I got my husband a 5-pound bag of, we like the jasmine rice. I got my daughter some mini deep dish pizzas. These are really good in the air fryer, and this is just a good weekend lunch or after school snack for the girls. I got another bag of our green apples that we always get. And then we got the big cheese popcorn. This is our all-time favorite popcorn. If you haven't tried it and you like cheese, I encourage you to try it. Our peanuts that we always get. I got the girls popsicles this time. These are super cheap, so it's just nice to get that. We still have plenty of string cheese. The string cheese on hand will last us 1 more week, so I just got this for my husband. This one is actually the Kobe Jack and turkey sticks. And then I got another thing of chocolate chips. So we have a dessert, that little lava cakes, and I think I have everything on hand except for the chocolate chips I needed, so we're going to make those lava cakes. But basically this is what I have for the week. Like I mentioned, this was around $88 worth. So this first dinner is an Asiago pasta and chicken. I did forget the heavy whipped cream, so we'll probably have to just do with the milk, or I could go back and get heavy whip, it depends. But basically to make the sauce, we have the Asiago cheese, shallots, milk or heavy whip, and then we have basically just Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and we do have actual garlic on hand as well, I forgot to bring out. But basically we'll probably use, 1 or 2 of these chicken breasts, and then we're going to try it with this pasta. Normally we use like a linguine, but we'll see. We also, sometimes we will add shrimp, so you could substitute it for shrimp or add shrimp. but this is basically a pasta dish. And this is like a casserole. I call it tater tot bake. So basically ground beef, and then we mix that with some cream of mushroom, sour cream, and tater tot. We layer it with tater tots and then put some cheese on top. So this is just an easy casserole. This one's a crock pot meal. I call it my Mexican chicken. So basically in the crock pot goes the chicken breast with taco seasoning, vegetable broth, and the diced tomatoes, and then we serve that over jasmine rice. It's a crock pot meal. It's basically a Filipino stew. It's caldereta. So we already have the seasoned packets on hand, and this is everything you saw from this particular haul. So we're going to use some of the potatoes. We have frozen peas and carrots, pepper, vegetable broth, and the beef. So this will go in the crock pot, and a lot of times we'll eat that over rice as well. This one's just going to be a chicken and veg with the shells on the side. So we have our olive oil with the vegetables we're going to do in the oven, and then we have our shells and white cheddar on the stove, and then we most likely will bake part of this chicken. I haven't decided if I'm going to do breading or not. We still have, I think, like a ranch flavored breading and a Parmesan. This meal, Ricky's going to be making some fried rice. So we have our jasmine rice, our peas and carrots, our eggs and bacon and soy sauce. I'm sure he'll use a few more seasonings, but this is basically, we like to do basically an egg, bacon, fried rice. We're going to do a tostada night. So we still have refried beans and tostada shells, lettuce, and salsa and cheese on hand. So pretty much everything, and this is actually the leftover salsa, not the one I just bought. So all of this stuff is from ingredients we already had on hand, and we're going to be doing this kind of like on our Taco Tuesday. So again, thanks for watching my haul video. I think what really helps also, one, I mentioned this last week. So I mentioned this last week is put together a list of all your go-to meals that are super easy, that you don't need to follow a recipe for. You kind of just memorize, you know, what they are, you know, the ingredients that you need. It makes it a lot easier to try to meal plan for the month and try to put your whole plan out. And then that way you're more prepared when you go to the grocery store. But also try to think of meals that are fewer ingredients. So if you notice, a lot of my meals are maybe 5 or 6 ingredients. So it definitely helps, one, to make it easier just to make it, but that's less items that you need to buy when you go to the store. But I hope this helps you in some way, and I hope you're able to stay on your own budget, whatever your budget might be. I know we live in different areas, and it's always interesting to see what everybody's buying. But as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.